2015. Do you want to guess what the 2015? This is the year we graduated, so you should.
2015. Okay, yeah, year we graduated. The word of the year was probably skint.
Oh,
2015
man.
word of the year.
Oh man,
Skint.
I forgot about that.
Yap, yap, yelling at pigeons. Yap, yap, nobody listens. Yap, yap, screaming my vision. Yap, yap, yelling at pigeons.
Welcome back to another episode of Yelling at Pigeons. Today is Wednesday. I almost said September. December 11th.
Why would that date stand out to you?
I don't know.
Do you want to?
No, I don't know.
It's almost like there's something you're never supposed to forget.
Yeah, not supposed to forget. Shoot, what did I forget? But episode 20.
Episode 20.
we're
The big 2-0.
The big 2-0. Next week might
Next
get a little
week
crazy.
will be. I know what you're about to say. You're going to say the show is going to be enough episodes to drink. 21.
Yeah.
But I was going to say the show is going to be 7 times longer than the average podcast.
7 times longer than the average podcast.
Pretty
Who
crazy.
would've
My
thought-
brain
who
only
would've thought
works
we
in
would make it this far?
touchdowns.
Yeah.
Yeah, my brain only works in touchdowns. I couldn't tell you how many times longer it is right now, but next week, 7 times.
There we go. It'd be like a fraction.
No, it wouldn't.
Did
It's
you
only
see?
touchdowns.
Did you see the CEO shooter got caught
I did. At a McDonald's.
at a McDonald's? Crazy. Like the tweet I saw was like had fake ID, like which like it like came to find out that he was just like they found a bunch of fake IDs on him. But my first thought
I was very
why was he
confused at
using a
first.
fake ID at McDonald's getting a McBeer? Or
Same.
something?
I think a lot of people had that. They're like, what? What? Like, something's weird about this story because when has anyone ever needed an ID at McDonald's? But then again,
remember
it's gonna be crazy if we're thinking the same thing. Ocean
when-
City,
when
Caleb got
ID
carded for buying Mountain Dews.
that was crazy. It was
It
like
was so funny.
We did go the week before senior week, so the guy was probably just on guard.
Yeah.
But
Was he a pirate?
no, that's like
On
on guard.
guard.
That's not first off, not a pirate. It
That's a
would've been-
pirate.
It would have
That's
been a
pirate.
knight.
Pirates don't fight either.
Yeah, but I feel like it's a knight that would be the one that says that. I don't know.
Think about it. The pirate pulls out his sword, pause, on
Arg.
guard, and then they fight.
No, he goes, "Arg."
Don't mix in an arg. Arg's an ad lib. On guard is the word.
Yeah, I might be wrong, but
That's probably how they invented arg.
maybe
They went from on guard and they just shortened it down to arg.
Maybe. But yeah, crazy, super Italian dude.
Very Luigi.
Yeah, Luigi. Something else from this week.
No, speaking of that, if you're gonna move on, I was gonna say
Italians.
Oh,
There was
Double O right there.
there was another lookalike contest in Philadelphia. They
Yeah,
did
that guy.
Rocky.
Oh, Rocky. Okay. They did the thing for the shooter in New York.
Oh yeah. Wait, they did a
They had a
lookalike contest for him.
They had a lookalike contest for it.
Oh no.
So I was
Wait,
like,
when
I can't
was this?
explain how funny it would be if he is there. This was before they caught him.
I was gonna say, if he just showed up and won it?
Yeah, they're like that. All right, you know what? We'll do for our New Year's Eve week, whatever week that is, episode. We'll do predictions for 2025. Early spoiler: I'm gonna have that someone who committed a crime gets caught at a lookalike contest sting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like the police set up a lookalike contest to find them, and they show up. That's gonna happen.
Very possible. Very possible.
But did you see the thing I sent of the thing from Mario Party?
Yes.
with,
that
like,
was crazy.
Like, if you guys have ever played Mario Party, there's
No.
like,
Was
a
it Mario
minigame.
Party?
It's
or
from
was
Mario
it-
Party, right?
I thought it was the DS Mario game. It was like they had mini games
Oh,
on the DS Mario game.
Yeah. It's a mini game on DS Mario, and it's all like these different heads of the characters in Mario, like moving all around everywhere, and you have to find the one, like different one.
Yeah.
And somebody, this is so crazy because someone, not only did they post a clip of like that mini game, and they said, POV, you're a cop trying to find the United Healthcare shooter, and he's a 5'10" white guy in New York. Like, funny joke.
Yeah.
Not only did they post it with that, which is funny because, like, oh, he ended up being named Luigi. If you watch that, the character you have to find is Luigi.
That's crazy.
Like, that's pretty wild.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know if a tweet has ever aged better in a couple of days, like that quickly as that one.
Did we know his name was
Pretty
Luigi before? I don't know much about it.
I don't think. I mean, unless I was behind, 5 days ago, I didn't know his name was Luigi.
Yeah, I didn't either. Do we also want to talk about the other tweet you sent me of the
other tweet
the trading card that?
Yes. Okay. Leaf Trading Cards, which has branched out to, I don't know how long they've been doing like pop culture cards, but I know they've had like Frank the Tank cards in the past. They're supposed to be releasing a Hawk Tuah card,
Classic.
which, I'm sure the value has plummeted on those, as if it was so high to begin with. But now they have a Rizzler card.
Yes.
Rizzler card. When I saw the tweet, that's how I know they're sold out, because I saw the tweet. Leaf had posted it 37 minutes ago when I saw it. Clicked on it, like, I'm getting one of these for Caleb if it's not crazy price. And clicked on it, they were sold out.
Yeah. And what you need to know
for
about
$30,
Luke,
you could have had a Rizzler card.
You need to know this
Autograph.
about me and Luke is that we don't buy each other. We've known each other for what, 25 years. We don't buy each other Christmas presents. We don't buy each other birthday presents or anything. We just mostly
when we
because
see
something. What did you say?
I said mostly because we hate each other.
Yeah, mostly. But if we see something that the other person would like, we're like, yeah, they would like this. Let's get it. But yeah, that would have been electric. You would have seen it up here in a framed.
That would have been awesome.
In a frame with a picture of him or something.
It's him doing the face, and it just
says Rizzler.
It's not like he's like 7, so he doesn't have like a signature. It just just typed
Rizzler.
out, like just written out Rizzler. It's awesome.
It was awesome. Throw it in the YouTube if you got it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I saw Gladiator 2 this week.
Nice. How was that? I saw a review of it on TikTok. I saw a wordless review on it, but
okay, interesting.
I'll get into it.
you know me, you know my Letterboxd. It got a 5 stars.
Nice.
I liked it. It wasn't
Good
the first
or
one. But I enjoyed it. It was I would watch it again. Good action scenes. People that I went with were complaining about like the writing of it, but like, come on, just like enjoy a movie. I don't know.
I'm torn on that because I do get the sentiment of like, why do you have to be such a like act like you're this highbrow film critic and it makes you not be able to enjoy anything. But some things are written poorly.
Yeah, I don't think it was written poorly.
Point it out
in the slightest. Like I don't know. I enjoyed it. Good action.
Were they complaining about like the dialogue or the storyline?
I think some of the dialogue, but like it got the point across.
Expose myself here. That's my like favorite thing to mention. There's like 2 things I like to mention to try to make it sound like I know what I'm talking about when I'm reviewing a movie or a show. I'll say it's shot really well. I don't know what that means. And the dialogue is good or bad.
Yeah.
Barely know what that means either.
Barely know what that means. I mean, but it felt like they were speaking correctly. Like it wasn't like any like mess ups or anything. It just, I don't know. Maybe they wanted to feel the same way and be like, the writing was off. So to feel like
most people that are saying that stuff, they just want to feel smart.
Yeah.
Like I joke about the shot well thing. I do when I say that. I more so mean it's shot like uniquely, like it looks cool.
Yeah.
I guess from a film critic's sense, it might actually not be shot well, but it looks cool. What I mean when I say that.
Yeah.
But there are a lot of people that will throw that kind of stuff around to try to feel all highbrow and look at me, I'm so smart.
But yeah, like I said, I liked it, and I would watch it again. So was this
the review I saw? Yeah, the review I saw. There's a guy on TikTok. I should have came prepared with his username. I should shout him out. I think it's just hats off reviews.
Wait.
And
okay.
he records a video of him like walking in with his popcorn, and he has his hat on, and then he records a video of him walking out of the theater. If the hat is off when he walks out, that means the movie was good. Hats off to the movie. If the hat's still on when he walks out, he didn't like it.
That's awesome.
It's such a great idea.
Does he have a lot of
simple?
A lot of these videos?
I only watched a couple, but yeah, I think he has a bunch of them.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
cool. Yeah.
People were asking him in the comments to please make a letterbox where it's just hat on, hat off.
Yeah, and
which is pretty much what you do.
I was saying, where have we heard of this before?
Hey, he put a creative spin on it though. Hats on, hats off. No cap.
No cap.
Movie's great. No cap. No cap. No kizzy.
Speaking of TikTok, have you seen the videos where they start off as a Family Guy clip and then they transition into an athlete?
Yeah. Highlight.
They
yeah.
are my favorite videdos right now.
They're so good.
That's all the one where it was like Peter. I'm not a big Family Guy guy.
Not a big Family Guy.
Yeah. But I have enjoyed these a lot. The one with Peter, he was like on the other end of a call, and he was like, "Why would you kill yourself? You could just wouldn't it be easier to kill her?" And then it switches to OJ highlights.
I saw one of I don't know who the guy who's normally in a wheelchair on that show.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, he was swimming. I don't know how that works, but he was swimming and he was like doing basically water aerobics with this girl, and he said some compliment to her, and then he goes, "And I also love the fact that you're 18." And she was like, "Oh, actually," he was like, "And I love the fact that you're 18." And then it cut to Karl Malone highlights, and I was like, "This is
I saw
crazy."
that one with Josh Giddey.
I saw that one too.
Yeah, people using the like. I already love like the clips of like usually like when podcasts or something like. Oh, we put one out a couple weeks ago. Yeah, I usually love just like going into highlights, but like for like I'll watch those clips of Family Guy or whatever for hours on TikTok. But then when you sprinkle in some sports, I'm in. Want to watch even more. Do you have anything else?
We should invent.
Oh,
well, I was gonna say we should invent the next sad song that plays with sports highlights.
Man, the one
because we had "Linger" and that was great. And there's another one right now. I can't remember what it is.
My GPA by Mom.
I don't know if I'm aware of that. I don't know if I'm aware of that one.
It's it's a good one.
We had "Linger." We have another one going around right now. I feel like there's an opportunity for us to pick the next one.
Yeah, we should.
We just have to figure out.
We'll work on that.
Yeah, we're gonna figure out a song. Hopefully next week we'll come back with the sad song that will be sports highlights.
Yeah.
I have something really random. Like it's gonna take 2 seconds, but I just wanted to ask it. I was on Temu, as one does.
Okay.
And they had this like fancy shoehorn on there. You know, shoehorns.
Yeah.
Caleb worked in the shoe game. There's a shoehorn, and it says, "Slide into shoes like butter."
Okay.
When are you sliding your foot into butter?
I just think like butter like helps things slide. Like it's.
I guess.
Yeah.
Slide into shoes like your foot is covered in butter. But just that feels gross.
That makes me.
But
feel
slide into shoes like butter. And I was like, I don't want to slide into butter. That sounds disgusting.
Yeah, it does. Sounds gross. Do you have anything else pressing to talk about? Because I have something. I alluded to this
not
earlier.
Pressing, but if we're talking movies,
let's talk movies.
I watched Why Him the other day. Hadn't seen it in a long time. Good movie. Forgot how funny that movie is.
Who's in it?
It's James Franco and Bryan Cranston.
Okay.
Low-key Christmas movie.
Okay, yes.
And
yes.
Yeah. Very funny movie. Forgot that it existed. It had me looking up other like funny Christmas movies. And I did not know that The Night Before with Seth Rogen, Anthony Mackie, and Joseph Gordon-Levitt, I think.
Yeah.
It has Nathan Fielder in it.
Really?
So I'm going to be watching that.
Yeah.
I've seen like a piece of that movie, like a clip somewhere or something. Yeah. So, I think I'm going to watch that. I think that'll do it.
I think that'll do it. I think that'll be a watch.
I'd say that does the trick.
I'd say that does the trick. But yeah, I don't think I have any other movie stuff. I have watched Muppets Christmas Carol, which is
Nice.
like my go-to Christmas movie. I've watched it already this season. But yeah, I stumbled across it. They always come out, and I think they always blindside me anyway. But the 2024 word of the year
Oh, okay.
from Merriam-Webster, but there's a ton of them. So I told you like we could talk about this for a long
Oh,
time.
okay. I like this.
And the Merriam-Webster one kind of sucks.
I think I heard about the number one, but I'm trying to remember what it was right now.
Well,
I feel like I remember seeing it.
from Merriam-Webster, it's polarization. So it's kind of polarizing.
Oh,
to
okay.
me,
That's not the one I see.
because not something that why polarization. I guess it's a election year, so there's a lot of polarizing things going on.
I guess, yeah.
But that's our political minute.
Or sunglasses. They get polarized.
Yeah, polarized. But so that put me down a rabbit hole of past words of the year and different dictionaries words of the year.
Ooh, I like this.
So I'm on the great website of Wikipedia, as one does. So I'm just gonna read. Do you want to start off by going through like each dictionary's word of the year this year, and then go from there?
Sure. I'll follow your lead.
So if we go to the American Dialect Society, didn't really know about this, but they've been doing it since 1990. I don't even know how to enshittification, also known as crapification and platform decay.
Crapification.
Yeah, enshittification. Okay. Yeah, didn't know that word. Kind of like it. If we go to the Australian National Dictionary Center, the word Colesworth. We're not Australian, mate. But
yeah,
don't know what Colesworth means. The Cambridge Dictionary. Did you write this one? You might have written this one.
I did. So go ahead and tell people what I picked as a number one.
Manifest was your word of the year.
Mm-hmm.
I guess you're manifesting.
I manifested my opinion mattering.
Yeah.
On the word of the year.
This is where we start to have some fun. Wait, not yet. Wait, yes. So the Collins English Dictionary, published in Glasgow, UK, was brat.
Okay, it was a brat summer.
Is a brat summer.
We had brat
and then
summer
we'll go through some like runners up in a second. Okay. Dictionary.com, demure.
Very demure.
Very
demure.
Of them.
Very demure, very mindful. You see how I wear my hoodie over my t-shirt. Very demure, very mindful.
Very demure.
Very cutesy.
The Macquarie Dictionary, which is from... Don't know where this is from. Oh, Dictionary of Australian English is also enshittification. And then we're back to Merriam-Webster. And then the Oxford Dictionary was brain rot, which
that's the one I had saw.
And I feel
like that was used a lot this year.
Yeah, we've talked about this where like all these kids have brain rot, whatever. Like we had brain rot as well as kids. We just had it in the form of vines.
Yeah, I think everyone thinks it's like new and like, oh, I'm so much better. My childhood didn't have that. It did.
We just put a word.
It was just different. Every generation has had it in some
there's just
form.
a word for it now.
Yeah, which you could argue in itself is brain rot.
Yeah. So
knowing what brain rot is.
Now we can go through. Let's just start. I'm just gonna pick a random one, or unless you want to pick a random one, pick a number 1 through 3, 4, 5, 1 through 6.
3.
All right. So if we go to the third one, 1, 2. Oh, the Cambridge Dictionary. You already know this. You knew.
That's why I picked 3. Cambridge.
2023 was hallucinate.
Okay.
It says referring to AI hallucinations.
That doesn't make sense.
Doesn't make sense at all. Like, why
Which
is
makes
that?
sense if it's the Groove City Dictionary. We don't
Yeah,
make sense
true.
all the time.
Yeah. 2022 was Homer, and it says the answer to a difficult Wordle puzzle was Homer. Yeah.
Okay.
2021 was Perseverance.
All right. Yeah, coming out of the Coco, we were
Yeah.
persevering.
Yeah, so it says development
See
of
that?
a NASA Mars rover, as well as the societal recovery after COVID-19. 2020. Do you want to guess? Do you want to guess what it was?
2020 was it's a word, not a phrase, right?
It's a word.
2020 was the number one word in that year had to be vaccine.
Quarantine. You're on
Okay,
the-
I was
on the
along
right.
the lines. Yeah.
2019 was upcycling. 20,
Back in a simpler time, our biggest worry was
2018
upcycling.
was nomophobia, which is
Afraid of garden gnomes?
no mobile phone.
Like afraid of not having a phone?
Yeah, like afraid of not having a phone.
I could actually, I might have that.
Yeah.
As bad as that sounds.
Populism was 2017. Don't really understand that. 2016 was paranoid. Uncertainty surrounding global events. And austerity, which is again political something for 2015.
Okay.
Yeah. But if we go down to, that was the last one that they had, the Collins English Dictionary. They've also had it till 2013. They were the one that had brat. They also had brain rot as their I'm just seeing some of these, and some of these are crazy. Brain rot was one of their runner-ups. Era, which is Taylor Swift. Shout out Taylor Swift. Era
We love Taylor Swift on the show.
Looks maxing, which I don't really know.
I've heard of it. It's
anti-
it's a brain rotted way to say you're improving your physical health, which
Okay.
also tends to come with physical appearance
Okay.
as well.
Anti-tourism. Delulu, which that's
Delusional.
just delusional. Yapping, which shout out us, yapping, that's what we do. And
That goes this year.
yeah.
So that our name is going to age great.
great.
It will be very topical.
Yeah, but like
and
we're
current.
but yelling at pigeons is just gonna be like whatever. They'd be like,
Yeah,
whatever, it's fun.
that's the good thing. Yeah.
And also on their list was raw dogging. We've talked about raw dogging planes.
All right.
So
Yeah, I figure it's for the planes, but pretty crazy thing to have on there.
yeah,
Other
very
uses, potential uses for that.
yeah. 2023 for which one was this? The Collins English Dictionary. Was AI. That's 2 letters. It's not a word.
Yeah,
Um,
it's 2 words.
Yeah.
It's literally 2 words, and you're just being like, well, we're gonna make an acronym, and then we can.
Well,
make
there's
it
a couple
word.
of these that are a couple words. Nepo baby was in 2023.
Okay. Yeah.
Canon event.
Shout out Spider-Man.
Yeah.
That's where that was from.
De-influencing. So getting rid of influencers.
Influencing D's.
Yeah, D's what?
Yeah, you like influencing D's?
2022 was perma crisis.
All right.
Partygate was some of their sports washing, which I don't know what that is.
Partygate.
Partygate. Yeah, Partygate.
That was some foreshadowing the Diddy parties.
Yeah. Quiet quitting was one of those. Was on there.
Mhm.
Another one. 2021 was another one where it had multiple letters that became a word for some reason. NFT was on there.
That makes sense.
Metaverse. Which, speaking of the metaverse, me and Luke love joining the metaverse.
Yes. Big Metaverse guy.
If any of
Zuck,
our
sponsor the show.
if any of our listeners have a MetaQuest and want to join us, come on.
Play some golf, watch some games.
Hybrid working. Chugi, which I remember Chugi, but I don't really know what it means.
Oh my gosh, I remember Chugi.
Um,
Chugi was funny because it kind of became what it swore against.
yeah.
Like, it was kind of like cringe, almost
Yeah.
cringe adjacent, and then it in itself became that.
Yeah. In 2020, we had lockdown.
Makes sense. They were probably talking about Trey White a lot back then. Actually, he was
TikToker,
probably hurt, sadly.
social
TikToker.
distancing, self-isolated, coronavirus. 2019 was climate strike, influencer, deep fake, stuff like that. 2018, we're going back into people trying to save the environment. Single use. Me Too. They made that one word. There's
That's
no
not
space.
one word.
Yeah, it's not. There's not even a space.
Me too.
Vegan, whitewash, which is something you're a fan of. Floss. Fake news was in 2017 with fidget spinner.
Is that right?
This is just me reading a list at this point, but I'm
Pretty much, yeah. But it's it's a little nostalgic.
Yeah,
I remember
yeah.
the fidget spinner era.
Found
one when I was helping you move.
Yeah,
Found your fidget spinner.
cuffing
sick.
season was
Cuffing season. I feel like that still is used.
yeah, it's used all the time. 2016 was Brexit. Do you remember Brexit?
No.
That's when like Britain exited the.
Oh,
UN
I
or
forgot
something.
about that.
Dude
I
food.
forgot about that.
We had dude food before we had girl dinner.
Girl dinner, yeah.
Dude food.
Dude food.
Snowflake generation was potential. Mic drop. 2016. The word was almost mic drop. Hold on, let me. Speaking of mic drop,
You should have dropped the mic after you said that. That would have been insane if your microphone just happened to fall right after you said that. There's no way they would have believed us that it wasn't like rigged.
Throw shade. In 2015, we had binge watch, ghosting, clean eating, contactless. Which contactless must have been way ahead of its time because I was
way
a
ahead.
contactless delivery.
Yeah, I would have thought that was a COVID thing.
Man spreading, and dad bod. This we only have
Shout
two
out to all
more.
the dad bots.
2014 photo bomb. Is that when photo bombing
Wow.
became like a thing? Was that 10
It
years
must
ago?
have honestly, I feel like photobombing was before that.
Yeah.
It
Tinder,
must have been most prominent then.
Bake Off, and then in 2013 it was the word of the year was geek, but the twerking was on the list.
I'm not familiar. Could you
yeah,
provide
I'll
some examples?
You want me to show you? The Harlem Shake.
Links.
Harlem
Links.
Shake.
Oh man, I remember when the LeBron, D Wade, Chris Bosh combo did the Harlem Shake.
Yeah. And Black Friday was on that list as well.
Why? Black
I
Friday's
have
been
no
relevant
idea.
for so long. Why wasn't probably would have been like 2016-ish. Why didn't they have Black Beatles?
Yeah, I don't know.
Everybody was Mannequin Challenge.
Yeah. For dictionary.com, they've been doing it since 2010. We have this. That was the one that had Demure. Black Beatles in the building. In 2023, it was also hallucinate for them. 2022 was
What is with
woman.
these AI hallucinations? I have no idea what they're talking
I
about.
don't know.
2022 was what?
was woman. Woman.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
As the word of the year.
In 2021, it was allyship. 2020 was pandemic. 2019 was existential. 2018.
What was 2020 pandemic?
Come on. We're getting into like the next three. Or you would know that it was like the Trump era because it's misinformation, and then 2017 was complicit, and then 2016 was xenophobia. So like very like I feel like a lot of things. 2015 was identity. 2014 exposure. 2013 privacy. 2012 was bluster. 2011 was tear giver straight. Tear give us. There's no link for this.
Give it to her straight.
Yeah. And then 2010 was change.
Okay.
This is the Macquarie
Yeah, we're going way back
Dictionary. I'm not doing this. This is the Australian one. I don't understand any of their words. Merriam-Webster was polarization this year. 2023 was authentic, which, listen, just be your authentic self.
Just be authentic, yeah.
2022 is one of your favorite words or things to do was gaslighting. 2021.
So ironic. My favorite word is irony, actually.
2021 was vaccine. 2020 was pandemic. 2019, they.
Okay.
Was the word
they
of the
were
year.
they had a really good song. What was that song they had? Oh, it was so good. I had it on repeat. They. Shout out to They. Good band.
Oh, I didn't know there was a band called They.
Yeah, they're really good.
2017 was feminism. Oh, 2018 was justice. 2017 was feminism.
It was You Right by They, by the way.
Oh. 2016 was surreal. 2015 was -ism. So
-ism.
a couple of your favorite things.
Also Dante's
end
Creek.
with ism.
Another great Day song.
2014 was culture. 2013 science. 2012 was socialism and capitalism.
Interesting. What year was that?
2012.
Got it.
2011 was pragmatic. 2010 was austerity. People are listening to this and like, Caleb cannot read. It's true. Political economics. I don't care about politics or economics. I know that I'm poor.
Yeah, this is. I think this whole list is showing that people care too much about things that are too serious, and you should be a little more silly sometimes.
Yeah.
Let's make the number one word next year silly. Let's be a little more silly.
Ooh, Oxford Dictionary goes back all the way to 2004, so we're about to get a lot of
Oxford, bro. They want to be Cambridge so bad. We
They
make
do.
our own dictionary, and then they're right down the road.
They're right down the road.
They make theirs. I'm gonna call their police chief and tell them to stop making them.
So 2024 was brain rot, like we said. 2023. Do you want to guess what 2023 could have been?
2023 for Oxford would be. I'm gonna say Allen Iverson. Oh, Riz? That makes sense.
Riz.
Actually.
I don't know if you would ever guess the 2022 word, but I want you to try.
Flamboyant.
No. Goblin mode.
Okay, I actually remember this.
Goblin mode.
Because
the word
when
of the
that
year is
word-
awesome.
When that word was the word of the year, a creator I used to watch made a video about that. And they were talking about Goblin mode.
2021 was Vax. Again, 2020 says no single word chosen.
Lane, pick one.
Yep.
We should pick
Oxford.
one.
Silly.
For 2020, the word of the year officially was in
Yelling at
2024.
Because it doesn't
Yelling
have
at
to be a
Pigeons
word.
is
It
gonna
doesn't have to
drop.
be a word. It doesn't have to be a word. It's yelling at pigeons.
Yeah, it was listening to Yelling at Pigeons in 2024, and after that as well.
Yep. 2019 was climate emergency, of course. 2018, another one that kind of describes you, toxic.
Yeah.
I'm joking.
Yep.
I'm joking. This is 2017 was Youthquake, which I don't.
Not familiar.
Yeah. 2016 was post-truth. It's like after the truth. I don't know. 2015. Do you want to guess what the 2015? This is the year we graduated, Luke. So you should.
2015. Okay, yeah, year we graduated. The word of the year was probably skint. 2015 Word of the Year.
Oh man,
Skin.
I forgot about that.
Oh,
No, it
man.
was the
No,
laughing
it was actually
emoji.
probably more like freshman year was probably
Yeah,
skin.
it was the
The laughing emoji is not a word.
No,
That doesn't count.
no. 2014, which I think this is early. I didn't know this was that big. 2014 was
24
vape.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No, that seems right. That
Yeah.
seems right.
2013 was selfie.
Okay, and 2012 was probably skint. Or
2012 was GIF.
Okay.
So this is 2011 was squeezed middle, which I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that is either.
2009. Oh no, 2010 was Big Society. Okay.
All right.
2009 was Unfriend.
Seems fitting.
2008 was Hypermilling. Don't know what that means.
Hypermilling. Let's bring back whatever that is.
2007 was Carbon Footprint.
Sounds right.
2006 was Carbon Neutral. Okay.
Shout out Michael Scott.
And
we're going carbon neutral.
And 2005 was Podcast. So we're just about 20 years late on the podcast.
We're not that late at all.
We're not that late. And then where was it? One of them had. Oh no, that was the one that had super long.
Oh, interesting. We should bring back hypermilling. We should figure out how to do this.
Oh no,
hypermilling.
The American Dialect Society goes all the way back to 1990.
Jeez. Hypermilling. By the way, a driving technique that maximizes a vehicle's fuel efficiency. It can be done in any vehicle and can result in up to 70% more miles per gallon.
Oh, love that. So the 2023, they don't have the 2024 out for the American Dialect Society. That was the enshittification. But 2020 was hyphen ussy was the word of the year.
Okay. I remember why, but
no.
Yeah, I remember that whole era. Actually, people were saying something I'd like to get into at some point. People were saying Spotify had the Spotify wrapped OC on the thing. If you noticed, the little graphic.
Didn't notice. 2021 was insurrection. 2020 was COVID. 2019 was in parentheses my pronouns. 2018 was tender age shelter. Don't know what that means. 2017 was fake news. 2016 dumpster fire.
They were talking a lot about the Browns back then, I guess.
2015 was they. 2014 hashtag Black Lives Matter. 2013 because don't know what that means. Because what?
Yeah, because what?
2012 was hashtag.
All right, I got
hashtag and then the word hashtag. 2011 Occupy. 2010 app. 2009 tweet. 2008 bailout, bank bailout of 2008. That's when we had some.
We had one of those within the last couple of years. I'm surprised I didn't make it on one of those.
2007 was subprime. It was a mortgage crisis, subprime mortgage crisis. 2006 was to be Plutoed to Pluto. It's like if you to be Plutoed is like getting rid of somebody or
be gotten rid of, be deleted.
Yeah.
To be not counted.
2005 was truthiness. To be Plutoed. That has to be so funny. Like,
yeah, you just got Plutoed.
2004 red/blue/purple states. Okay.
Okay.
2003 was metrosexual.
Okay.
2002 was weapons of mass destruction.
Topical.
2021. Do you want to guess what it was?
You mean 2001?
Oh yeah, 2001.
Never forget.
9/11.
I was along the right
or
lines.
September 11th. Like, those were the two options.
Yeah.
2000
Good
was
guess.
Chad for like the hanging chads in the election.
Mhm.
You don't know about the hanging chads?
I don't think so.
It's like there were like ballots that they used to have to like poke the ballots and they had like push the thing through, and some of them just like hung, so they had to like recount them.
Oh,
Wow.
okay.
1999, Y2K. Who were terrified of that.
Yeah, there's a movie that just came out about that. I want to go see it.
1998 was E-dash, I guess like email, like stuff like that. Like
Okay. 1997 is the year we were born. So I would like to guess
okay,
because I feel like I almost want to say like paranoia because Y2K was coming up. So it'd be something leading up to Y2K. And what caused that? Millennium Bug.
yes. Did you look it up?
Yeah.
I was like,
I didn't realize you were going to go back that far, but I was like, oh, I wonder what it is for the year we were born. So I was just about to tell you that ours is a really dumb word.
Yeah. 96 is mom, like soccer
Mom?
moms.
Okay.
1995 is World Wide Web and Newt, as in Newt Gingrich.
Interesting.
94 was a tie between Cyber and Morph.
That's why they made the truck, Cybertruck.
Yeah. 1993 was Information Superhighway. Okay.
I don't even know what that means.
1992 was not. It's just not with an exclamation point.
multiple.
With a singular exclamation point.
Wait. So not or not. Did it have multiple O's?
No, just one O. But it's like
Oh.
This is according to the above the phrase. He's a nice guy. Not.
Oh, not. Oh, got him. Man, they were funny back then. Gosh. So funny. Not.
Okay, this is in 1991. It says "mother of all" and then like a hyphen.
Yeah.
Okay. Mother of all.
I get that.
And I looked at.
Mother of all storms or something.
Yeah. And I clicked on it, and it brought me to the next link, and it was just Saddam Hussein.
Oh.
So.
Okay. And we just got taken down off YouTube.
Yep.
Sorry. I'm just kidding. I don't even know how that works.
And then in 1990, it was Bush Lips.
Bush Lips.
Yeah. So those are all the words that I have.
That's every
found.
word.
It's every
Ever,
word, really.
actually.
And now I.
Hey, your
up my
camera's
camera.
focus is got a
I
little
messed up my
weird.
camera because I.
Focus. We're focusing right now. I was thinking we could do a little Spotify Wrapped.
Yes, I'm in for that. I'm still unfocused, but that's okay.
Yeah, that sucks. I don't know why it's like that.
Because I put your boy up there.
Yeah. We should have not told each other what our Spotify Wrap were.
Yeah, it would have been a lot of fun.
Because then we could have guessed. That would have been super fun. So instead, I guess we'll just list them off because me and Caleb already talked about them. So my top 5 songs were. I feel like it was a little inconsistent because it was kind of I kind of had my hands in every pot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like at number 5, my number 5 song was Yosiona by Childish Gambino.
Okay.
Which is interesting when you consider that my number 4 song was Talk My Shit by Childish Gambino.
Yeah.
So, kind of, like I said, mixing it up a little bit. Number 3 was Steps Beach. This one is by, it says, Donald Glover. Oh, wait, no. Childish Gambino.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. And then my number 2 song was Hearts Were Meant to Fly. Looks like this is by...
Oh, that sounds cool.
Yeah, I think it's... this is by Childish Gambino.
Okay, yeah.
This song, yeah. And then my number 1 song, this is where it actually does get changed up a little bit, was Lithonia by Childish Gambino.
Yeah.
So that was kind of crazy. I knew Gambino's new album was going to be very like prominent in my rap,
Yeah.
but I wouldn't have guessed
I would not
all
have guessed
5 of
all
my
your
songs were all from Bando Stone, The New World. But I did like that
Great album.
came out in July, and it's been unless I'm listening to a podcast, if I'm putting music on, I start with that every time. I still do.
Yeah.
Like it just hasn't stopped. So that makes sense. What was your top 5 songs?
My top 5 was I had Jersey Giant by Evan Honer. Kind
Not
of like
familiar,
a
but
folky,
love that.
kind of like a folky
Sounds
song. Everywhere by Michelle Branch. Who
Banger.
find me somebody else who has a Michelle Branch as in their top 5 songs in 2024.
Yeah.
The year 2024.
Yeah, banger.
Number 3 was another Evan Honer song, which I feel like I listened to him a lot in the beginning of the year. Was called Nowhere Fast. It was a good song. Number 2 was A Symptom of Being Human by Shine Down, I believe. Again,
right, yeah, Shine Down.
And then number 1 was Lithonia by Childish Gambino. So we both had the same
number one. Let's go.
Which our listeners probably will never believe it.
Yeah, who would have thought we'd have the same interest? But we both were in the top 0.5% of Lithonia listeners. That's pretty wild.
I did do the math based on his monthly listeners, and that's still like only like top like 100,000.
No, that would be top 100,000 of his listeners, Lithonia listeners.
Oh, Lithonia. Oh, yeah.
We were both top 0.5 Lithonia.
Yeah, so I don't know.
So who knows?
Who knows? I'll go over to my top artists of the year.
Okay, real quick. 1 year I know top 2% adds up to end up being a lot, but 1 year I was top 2% of Harry Styles, and I think that's pretty crazy because how many listeners he has globally.
Sure,
and I still made it in the top 2.
I think I was top 1% of Childish Gambino this year.
Jimmy, this was so funny. Jimmy sent me his rap. He goes, "Yo, I didn't realize I like Shabuzi like that." he was in the top 0.005% of listeners to Bar Song.
That's awesome. Good. That's crazy.
And Bar Song, if we're talking about listener base, was the 3rd most streamed song on Spotify in the U.S. this year. And Jimmy was in the top 0.005%.
That's insane. That's insane. So my number 5 was Post Malone, which I feel like I didn't listen to him that much, but maybe I did. I also listen to a lot of podcasts, so it gets dicey. Number 4 was Miley Cyrus, which I feel like I texted you early on in the year and said that she was a favorite to be in my top 5.
Yeah.
Number 3 was Lil Dicky. He dropped his album for his show this year, so I feel like that was
a good album.
Number 2 was Noah Khan, and then number 1 was Childish Gambino.
Nice.
So a very diverse like selection of music there.
Yeah, I feel like my top 5 was pretty diverse as well. We had 2 of the same.
Okay.
My number 5, as I mentioned, being number 1 before, was Harry Styles.
Yeah.
Number 4 was Post Malone. You said you had him, right?
Yep.
Which I was actually surprised by. Not that I don't like Post Malone. I just didn't realize I had listened to enough.
I didn't realize I listened to him that much. I guess I did.
I guess it was probably because I listened to so much Gambino that it wouldn't take that much Post Malone for him to squeak into the top 5.
Did you listen to his newer album?
Post Malone?
Yeah.
Some of
country album?
Yeah, some of it.
Let's say that had like 40 songs on it, so like listening to it once probably.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point. Yeah, Post was number 4, Harry Styles number 5. Number 3 was The Lonely Island.
Oh, okay.
Get my funny on this year. That was cool. They had one of those, you know how the artists do little videos.
Yeah.
And theirs was like, "Thank you." It was like all 3 at the same time. It was like, "Thank you for being our number 1 listener," or something. And that was it.
That's awesome.
Cool. Number 2 was Tizo Touchdown. Discovered him the very beginning of this year, maybe even the very end of last year.
Yeah.
And
I still haven't really gotten into him much. I need to, but
I listen to a lot of his music. And then number 1, no surprise, based on my top 5 songs, was Childish Gambino.
Yeah.
Did you ever listen to your AI
Yeah,
Spotify Wrapped.
mine like made sense though. Like it was like you said, yours was like
I had
crazy.
mine had a couple that did not make sense. It was like you listened to "How Do You Sleep at Night with You" by Tizo Touchdown before the album even came out. That's dedication. I'm like, no, I didn't. It's not possible. It's your app. Like I listened to it when it came out, and then it had something else that didn't make sense. But I don't remember what it was. I saw one person online, and I don't know if they made this like to go viral, but whether they did or didn't, I almost feel like we should make a fake one and put it on our socials. That's just crazy. Yeah. But he put a clip from his AI Spotify Rap podcast on TikTok, and it called him the number one. How did they word it? The number one listener of gay music.
Yeah, it had to be.
It kept mentioning, and this part makes sense though. It was like, and there was one very huge day, as we know. What was it? 9/11, September 11th. Oh. Because if you had a day where you listened to like one song a bunch of times, it would talk about that day.
Yeah.
And his was 9/11. It was so funny. I don't know if it might have been fake, but even if it was fake, it was so funny.
Yeah.
I was dying.
Did you look at like what your like it's like showed you 3 months and like what those months were like described as with music?
So I don't have that readily available, but I know one of them for I believe July was a genre I'd never heard of, but if you had told me without telling me who it included, I would have been like, I'm in, because it was bougie football rap.
It's got Was Tizo awesome. Touchdown one of the artists on there?
No.
Wow. No, it had to be like a lot of like music that would be played at like pregame or something.
It said like Travis Scott, Kendrick Lamar.
So. Yeah. My January was funny parody comedy rap. Nice. Which again, that's when Lil Dicky released his album. So it was Lil Dicky, The Lonely Island.
You know what? I think Lil Dicky was my number one of January. I think it told me that.
Yeah. So
Froggy Fresh.
Yeah,
he's
Lonely Island was on there too.
Going viral right now.
Yeah. Always. And then the next one was February. I got it's loading. I didn't screenshot it. Was mall goth rockish pop punk, which is really like the music that I listen to majority of the time.
I would say that
it's crazy that Blink 182 didn't make my top 5, but a lot of different people in there. So it was Blink 182 with Confidence, which is like a smaller band that I listen to, and then Games We Play, which I know you're a fan of. Games We Play.
Wait, what did you say was a smaller band you listened to?
It's called With Confidence.
Oh, I thought you said Blink 182.
No, Blink 182, and then With Confidence is the next one.
Okay.
And then it went from all the way to May, and again, it's loading and doing this big rainbow thing. Rainbow Road was breakup strut pop moment. And it was Miley Cyrus, Olivia Rodrigo, and Kelly Clarkson, which I didn't know. I didn't know.
I'm looking at mine here. February was my serotonin strut pop. Harry Styles, Sabrina Carpenter.
There you go. I guess I did listen to Behind These Hazel Eyes a lot. I guess during that month. That's a banger. But yeah, Miley Cyrus definitely had to be on my list somewhere. But yeah, that's Spotify Wrapped. That's nice. Words of the year. This is like the year wrap up lists.
Yeah. Yeah. I had a equestrian slow dance country in May.
Who were the
Post
artists?
Malone and Morgan Wallen, and I don't remember the other one.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. By the way, Bougie Football Rap was Future, Post Malone, and Eminem.
Ah, yeah, makes sense.
Bro, lose yourself before a football game? Come on.
Oh, man.
Come on.
That got me running through brick walls.
Yeah. Did you see, I think it was FanDuel maybe, tweeted a clip of Dan Campbell hyping the team up, and they're like, yo, Dan Campbell could make me run into a brick wall.
Yeah.
And people were like, bro, who runs your account? That's not the phrase.
Make me run into a brick wall. Probably AI.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, do we want to do quick five live, fast 5, whatever to end the show? Because we've already been going for almost an hour.
We could do quick 5.
We cooked the last 2 weeks, so this, I feel like we're going to be on.
We did. We've been doing good. Oh, before we move on from Spotify, if you're you are listening. I
You
know
literally are.
We're
listening.
literally on your platform, so technically, yeah. I had this idea. You guys should add some kind of aspect where when you get your Spotify Wrap, it will like introduce you to anyone that has the exact same top 5 artists and or songs.
Yeah.
Because I think that'd be cool. And then you might be able to follow them and there'd be like playlists. You'd be like,
Yeah,
oh,
like you can join
they
a
like
playlist
these, so
together.
I would probably like these.
Yeah.
And then you might even just make a new friend. Be like, look at this. We have the
Might fall in
exact
love.
same taste of music. Hey, you might. You never know. Somebody
also,
has
like, speaking of
all 5 Gambino songs.
Speaking of, I could only watch the Spotify Wrap for our podcast once. Like I couldn't find it anywhere else.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out to y'all. We don't have that many listeners, but you guys are important to us, and we would be doing this without y'all, but y'all give us more motivation to do this. So just to be a little sappy. Also, did I say 5 people? Was it 4 or 5 people that had us as their
I think
number?
you said 5.
5 people. 5 of y'all had us as your number 1 podcast, and thank you.
Shocking.
You freaks.
Yeah, you're
Thanks.
sick.
I appreciate y'all because us being your number 1 podcast is awesome because that means you listen to us more than any other podcast, and we might be your only podcast, but you're appreciated.
Yeah. No, that's actually pretty crazy because, yeah, like you said, let's say even if it's someone that only listens to us, so we're just automatically number 1 or top 5 or whatever, like that still means they're going out of their way to listen to a podcast just to listen to ours.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool.
That's really cool.
I did want to check real quick. I wonder if it would let me see it since I never viewed it.
Oh, maybe.
I tried on my phone and nothing. Did it just like pop up when you open the Creators app?
Yeah.
Or? I'm gonna try email. The Yap email. So
yeah, I didn't see it in the email anywhere.
It's here. Your year wrapped. Let me see.
Oh, nice.
Get your wrapped. Let's see if this works. Yeah, it'd be cool to, dive into it a little bit.
Yeah.
Might be lost forever. Because when I opened the link, nothing happened.
Interesting.
So rip.
Yeah.
Would have been cool.
Come on, Spotify.
No, it is what it is. Oh well. But yeah,
But
we can
thank
get
you.
into yeah. Thank you anyway. If we do find it, we'll pull it up next week. But let's get into live 5 or quick 5, whatever we call it. Let me pull that up. Share my screen. Didn't forget this time.
Yeah.
Half the time I forget to share the screen. All right, you guys know the drill. We got to get 5 in a row. We cannot leave the show until we get 5 in a row. So this could technically, you might be listening right now. If you haven't looked at the timestamp, there might be like 10 hours left.
There could be.
We don't know. What? They're like, oh God, please no. What 1971 Derek and the Dominoes song was inspired by a classical Persian love story, and also because writer Eric Clapton was in love with the wife of George Harrison. Ooh, messy.
Ooh.
This is a messy.
Is it Layla?
Feels like it. Be pretty bold though if it's Layla Harrison.
Yeah.
He's just like, I'm not even hiding it. That's the name of the song.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. I'm thinking that or Old Love, only because I'm like, maybe they used to date.
Yeah. It also could be Sunshine of Your Love. That could be like
Layla.
Yeah.
Let's go. Can't overthink it. How many justices sit on the Supreme Court? Caleb, I know this,
It's
but
12.
for
Luke,
the
12.
listeners that don't,
Luke, I clearly
just
know it's
wanted
12
to
and you
dang. 9 all along. I really should have taken time to like actually think about that instead of just being like, yeah.
I thought it was 12.
Oh, well.
I was so confident in it being 12.
I mean, I can't even confidently say I would have thought of it right, but I was just
Yeah.
like, yeah, 12.
The-
What rock band? Go ahead.
I'm sorry, I was just reading ahead. The Elevation Tour and the Vertigo Tour. Don't forget Vertigo from going up too fast. Like if you're like underwater
I
that
think
you
you
go.
can get it. You can get it from different ways.
But like, okay.
You can just get it. I think.
But it'd be funny if it was like elevation.
Also,
and then
we
because
are
they
T
elevated-
because the number never would have been something divisible by 2.
Yeah, no, never would have. They could
So,
just
we're
cancel each other out.
Yeah. What rock band has embarked on tours called the Elevation Tour and the Vertigo Tour?
This
in the
feels like you
2000s.
too.
Yeah, I think because I almost want to say Vertigo was the one they forced all of us to have on our phones.
Yeah,
It's either
never
that or
forget.
Coldplay.
It will never be forgiven.
You too. Let's go.
Yeah.
What stand-up comedian and actor played opposite Gene Wilder in the 1989 comedy See No Evil, Hear No Evil?
This is your
You're
guy,
a big
right?
fan of this guy,
Your
Bill
guy.
Cosby.
Oh man. No, I think it might be Richard Pryor though.
I was gonna say George Carlin
Oh, I mean, I had no reason to say Richard Pryor.
because George Carlin. Permission to look up a picture of George Carlin.
Permission granted.
I don't know if that'd be cheating, but I need to see if I'm picturing the right guy.
Are you gonna look it up on this screen?
No.
Oh.
This is George Carlin. I still don't hate that answer, but that's not who I was picturing. Okay, well, screw it. Let's do Richard Pryor.
Dick
Let's
Pryor.
go.
Dick Pryor to what?
Dick Pryor. Pause.
Hardly know her.
What Portuguese explorer was the first European to reach India by sea?
This is all you. You know this.
Yeah,
Like,
I do.
know
I was
this,
gonna.
but, like, I
I was gonna let you try to answer it. For those of you that don't know, I actually studied Portuguese exploration.
Yeah. So let us know.
So I do know that this is Vasco da Gama.
I actually, as soon as I read that, I was like, that name is the only one that sounds familiar.
I mean, I didn't go to school for nothing. I'm just kidding. I want to play that off, but that was crazy. That was such a lucky guess. That was awesome. I did not go to school for any of that. Didn't even go to school, actually, after high school. What is the name of the...
Isthmus?
I feel like this is a Mike Tyson, like I'm going to...
Isthmus.
Christmas. The isthmus that connects Africa to Asia and separates the Mediterranean and Red Sea.
Is it Corinth?
Suez's canal.
Yeah, but that's... I think it's
that
Corinth.
counts.
Because Maui and Panama. Oh,
Suez.
I
They should have
was-
said it was a canal.
I was working through it.
But you already had told me it wasn't Suez anyway.
Yeah.
What was the name of the chief advisor? I went to school all those years, Caleb, to study Portuguese exploration for us to not even finish that.
That's
What was the name of the chief advisor to Tsar Alexander III? Yeah, definitely Ned Stark.
Is it,
That's a
I
lock.
feel like this is the third one just because I don't know how to say his name. But it also feels very
Pobdanostev?
Russian.
Pobdanostev?
Joseph
Joseph Goebbels?
Goebbels. Vitaly. No, Alexander the Third. Wasn't he like Roman? Isn't that like
Well, I'm
Italian?
trying to think what feels like it could be similar to Tsar.
Well, Tsar is like like the Tsar was like the king, so he was just the advisor.
No,
And I think,
but this isn't Tsar in that way.
yeah, it is.
This is his name. Tsar Alexander. Oh, Alexander's his name.
Yeah,
Tsar is his.
yeah, what he said. And I think Alexander the Third was Roman potentially, which would be Italian, and Vitali Klitschko sounds Italian.
Hope your gut was right
Yeah.
when you first said the third one. Which continent
Oh,
is
I
the
do know this one.
Inca site? Okay, what is it?
It's South America.
Machu Picchu located.
Machu Picchu.
2013, world leader Hugo Chavez died. For 14 years, he served as president of what country?
Is that?
Colombia?
I was gonna say Venezuela.
Cuba? Mexico? I think it's Mexico.
Okay.
Because there was a conspiracy going around that the Mexican President Hugo Chavez rigged the election, and people were like, they were like, buddy, he's been dead since 2013.
Okay.
And I was wrong.
I was right.
Okay. Yeah, you were. What's the largest island by area in the Mediterranean Sea that does not belong to Italy?
Cyprus? Cyprus is the only one that I know. Okay.
Got it. On the TV show Family Matters, what was the name of Steve Urkel's much more suave alter ego?
That's Stefan Urquell.
Yeah, it was.
DJ Smooth.
Stefan. DJ Smooth. Steve McQueen. What TV show regularly featured the voice of the unseen William Daniels?
Is it Knight Rider? Is he the voice of the car?
Maybe. Arrested Development has an unseen voice, but isn't it just like Jason Bateman or something?
Yeah.
Which he's seen, but like it's like a monologue.
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't seen a lot of Arrested Development.
Yeah,
Knight Rider feels like it could make sense.
Yeah.
Let's go. Knight Rider. I hardly know her. On the TV series King of Queens, what actor plays himself as Heffernan's next door neighbor?
Oh, I haven't watched this show in a while. I didn't even know that they had. It's not Larry
David seems like too big of a
Yeah.
fish to pull for that.
Lou Ferrigno?
Yeah, kind of a funny last name. Feels like they would book him to be the guy for that. Yep.
And just neighbor Lou. Like, Lou.
Yeah. In June 2019, Mike Schur announced the end of what fantasy comedy series that ran for 4 seasons and debuted in 2016 on NBC? This could be the
Is that the Good Place? I think it's the Good Place. It's only 4 seasons, and it's like fantasy.
Do we know for sure that it's 4 seasons?
Yes.
Okay, hear me out. Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Longer than 4 seasons.
It switched networks like twice. It was supposed to end at least once before it actually did.
The end of what?
But they announced the end. That doesn't mean... But it's not a fantasy series.
No. I think it's the Good Place.
Like, it's obviously fiction, but fantasy would be Good Place.
Yeah.
Bam.
Whew.
We worked
We're
through
so
that.
smart.
We worked through that. I need to rewatch that. I don't think I finished it.
This is a good show.
I think I got to, like, the part. But... like, the spoiler. But, I don't know if I watched the whole thing. That might have been the last episode. I'm not sure. The Mexican city of Matamoros lies directly across the Rio Grande from what Texas city that is the southernmost in the state?
El Paso?
El Paso? I think this is Brownsville. El Paso. Oh, it is Brownsville. No way. Dang, I was just throwing that out there as a joke. I thought for sure it'd be El Paso.
Bingo card.
Yeah. Brownsville. Wow.
But yeah, we only spent like 10 minutes on that.
Yeah. Jimmy Carter was the governor of which U.S. state from 1971 to 1975?
Feels like Alabama.
Like a Virginia guy. Georgia. We were both wrong.
Oh, yeah.
Excuse me. Anne of the Green Gables takes place on what island?
Capri?
A little Italy action?
Yeah, I don't know.
No, Prince Edward.
I most said PEI.
I feel like we've been so close so many times. What actor has appeared in all of the following films? Bridget Jones' Diary, Love Actually, and 9 Months.
Is that Johnny?
I'm trying to think of Love Actually.
Yeah. Is that Woody Harrelson? Is he in Love Actually?
I don't know if he is. Not to say he isn't, but...
I haven't seen Love Actually in a while.
Sam Neill? I don't even know who that is, but
I don't
feel
either.
like he'd be in movies like this.
Go for it.
Hugh Grant.
Hugh Grant wasn't even on our radar.
No. And what 2004 film did... Oh, weird, Johnny Depp. Did actor Johnny Depp play real-life author J.M. Barrie? The The Libertine, The Secret Window. Is there a chance this J.M. Barrie fellow wrote
Maybe.
Peter Pan?
Yeah, but go for it. I don't know. There you go.
Let's go.
There's one.
In physics, momentum is defined as mass times what?
I think it's velocity.
I was going to say velocity. Let's go. What 19th century English author is credited with inventing an early version of Scrabble and various other inventions?
Lewis Carroll. Charles Dickens. Oh, no.
No. Whew. Good thing. When McDonald's introduced its doomed to fail
This one's easy.
Hula Burger, what replaced the all-beef patty on that burger?
It's pineapple.
Chicken?
Was it not pineapple?
I don't know.
I think it's pineapple.
Okay.
Yeah, hula
Cool.
burger, like Hawaiian.
That makes sense. I was confused because it's like it was doomed to fail. So I'm like, okay, did they change the project completely or like?
Yeah.
I don't know. I see what they're saying.
Yeah.
They replaced the patty on a burger, and that failed. Makes sense. What TV series title character was known for the catchphrase "Who loves you, baby"?
Is it Roseanne?
Not Hannah Montana. It might be Roseanne. You're a big Roseanne guy, right?
No.
Like not the show, but like the woman personally.
No. I
Who the
think
fuck knows
Roseanne.
you?
Kojak.
Don't even know who that is. Who was Bill Clinton's first successful Supreme Court nominee?
Is that RBG or was she way before him?
I feel like she'd be way before, but I don't know.
But is that what they want us to think?
Steven. Oh, it was RBG. Shout out RBG. What company produced the mobile games Words with Friends and Farmville?
It's Zyga, right?
I think so.
Zynga? Zen.
Zynga. Zen. What name is given to animals which eat both plants
Omnivore.
and other animals?
Omnivore.
What's the name of the MLS team based in Foxborough, Massachusetts?
Is it the Revolution?
Yeah, I would say it's probably something stupid like that. They're all full of themselves and yeah. What American poet published the 1916 poem "The Road Not
I think
Taken"?
that's Robert Frost.
This is Robert Frost, and I have a revision of this poem somewhere in this room. I'm not sure where. When I build an actual studio, I'll hang it up.
Yeah.
This is definitely Robert Frost. You, Big Sir. This sounds like something they would call like Big Perk.
Yeah.
Big Sir. Is a coastal region in which U.S. states?
It feels like California, but I'm not 100% sure. Maybe Oregon?
California. Let's go. I didn't even realize that was 5.
Yeah, you didn't realize that we also got 5 like 6 minutes ago.
Did we really? I thought we
Yeah,
only got
but
4.
I just wanted you to keep going because I was like, oh, maybe he's just going. And then you were like, I didn't realize we haven't gotten it yet.
Dang. No, I knew we hadn't got. Well, I thought we hadn't gotten it.
The last,
but
so the one,
I thought we kept getting really close.
So we got it, and then the one that I thought we were going to go was like the bonus was the one about Texas Brownsville or whatever it's called.
Ah, dang. Yeah, I did not realize that. See how far we'll go on this one, I guess.
Yeah, not much farther.
This one, yeah, I don't think so. Let's see. He was known for his role as Tattoo on Fantasy Island, portrayed a henchman named Knick Knack in which James Bond film?
Man with a golden gun. I don't know.
I was going to say Goldfinger.
Great.
Oh, you were right. Oh. Before we go, which coach is the NFC Championship trophy named after?
Is that Hallis?
Jim
Walsh?
Tomsula is a crazy pull.
Yeah.
Or Landry.
I feel like it's Hallis, but I don't know why.
There we go. We got it.
I'm a ball
Both
knower,
AFC
that's why.
guys. Both AFC guys. And we still got it.
Yeah, but I got Hallis. I'm a ball knower.
You like Alice?
Who?
You like Alice?
No.
Anyway, that's the show. Thanks for tuning in. Solid over an hour. So
Yeah,
thanks for
we.
yapping with us.
I texted Luke like an hour before we recorded and said
Yeah.
that it was a red alert because I forgot that I worked tomorrow night. So we had
Yeah,
to,
this was technically an emergency pod, so we just kind of threw it together last second.
but
So Caleb will not be on for sports tomorrow.
Unfortunately.
Him and Tanner ducking each other, hate each other. That's what
listen, no,
that's what the rumors.
I want everybody to know that I was here, ready, when Tanner couldn't make it a couple weeks ago.
And
we
now,
we
when
decided
you can
to
make it.
we
and now
recorded
we can make
early.
it, you can't.
Because I had to go to Thanksgiving, and he dodged me. So
And
Tanner,
now you're dodging him right back.
I know you're going to listen to
Just
this
playing dodgeball.
after we record, but I want you to know that you need to stop dodging me, stop ducking me. But yeah, Luke, where can they find you?
And Caleb needs to stop ducking Tanner.
Yep.
I'm
Like
just
duck,
trying to get
duck,
you guys to come talk on the podcast at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, you can find me if I'm on it. It's Luke Schultz 56. Blue Sky, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok.
Yeah.
Where can they find you, Caleb?
Yeah, find me on Twitter at Caleb P. Crane, Instagram Caleb Crane 12, TikTok Caleb Crane 6, I believe.
And you can
yeah.
follow us at Yelling at Pigeons.
Yeah, follow all of our Yelling Pigeons account. If
Yeah.
I ever get a
They're spelled
new
different. I
computer,
always forget the spelling.
Yelling at Pigeons is on Twitter. I think
Yellin',
the rest are
that's
Yelling
right.
at Pigeons or Yelling at Pigeons Pod.
Elon, let us. We
one more
we
letter.
Pay for
One-
Twitter Blue.
one more
let us
letter.
get one more letter.
One more letter, man.
Come on, my
Come on.
gosh.
But yeah,
buy
we'll
another
talk to y'all
letter.
next week.
Let's bless. See ya.
So.
Yap, yap, yelling at pigeons. Yap, yap, nobody